Shabbat shalom from King David. This is Psalms chapter 2, and it's verses 7. I will proclaim the decree of higher. Higher said to me, you are my son. This day I have begotten you. Praise high, high, forever and ever. Ask of me, and I will give you the nations for an inheritance, and the ends of the earth for your possessions. And you shall rule them with an iron rod. You shall shatter them like earthen dishes. Praise higher, higher. And now, O kings, give heed. Take warning, you rulers of the earth. Praise higher forever and ever, man. This is amazing, man. The Spirit of the Most High is upon me, man. Serve higher with fear and rejoicing. You should rejoice before Him with trembling. Pay homage to Him, lest He be angry and you perish from the way. When His anger blazes suddenly, happy are all those who take refuge in Him. Praise high, high forever and ever, man. Let me blow the shofar, man, to my living Creator. Higher, higher, the one who makes my path straight, man. Do you understand? Praise higher, higher forever and ever. The living Creator, the great I am. He is moving for the remnant. Is your name written in the book of life, man? Welcome to King Dawid's ministry. Never taking donations, scholarly backed, man. I've been posting every single day since April the 8th, 2024, in the middle of Jacob's trouble. We're almost at the end now. Persevere to the end, remnant. I bless you in higher, highest name, our wonderful Creator, who's gracious and merciful. The Spirit of the Most High rests upon me because He anointed me. Do you understand? But soon you will receive the gift of the living Creator's Spirit also to understand this fully, this truth. So many people waking up to what's going on, and it's great to see, man. I don't care what colour you are. If you're decent, come on, rock with King Dawid, man. Do you understand? Now let's blow the shofar to higher, higher, the living Creator on this holy Sabbath day. Praise higher, higher, forever and ever, the living Creator, the great I am. Exodus chapter 3, verse 14, I am that I am. This is His name forever, man. Destruction to the wicked and blessings to the remnant, man. Bless the remnant. Bless my family, my wife, my 2 daughters, my son. Bless the decent people out there, man, who have been kind to us and who are keeping my prayers, man. Alright. Okay, let's begin the lesson. We're going to start with the law of the living Creator. Just going to get through the notepads first. Got some non-copyright music on in the background. Orchestral. I can't say it, man. Orchestral. Okay. Not to take away from the commandments of the Torah. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. That every person shall write a scroll of Torah for himself. Deuteronomy 31, verses 19. To love the stranger. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 19. Not to wrong the stranger in speech. Exodus chapter 22, verse 20. Not to wrong the stranger in buying or selling. Exodus chapter 22, verse 2. not to intermarry with Gentiles. Remember, a Gentile could be someone who is of the same colour as you, but it just doesn't necessarily mean all skin folk are kinfolk, because it's not the truth. It's not the truth, man. So bear that in mind as well. To exact the debt of an alien, Deuteronomy 15 verse 3, to lend an alien at interest. Deuteronomy 23 verse 21, that a man should fulfill whatever he has uttered. Deuteronomy 22 verses 24, not to swear needlessly. Exodus chapter 20 verse 7, not to violate an oath or swear falsely. Leviticus 19 verse 12. Can I say blessings to the common people out there? Yeah, the ones who served us at the food place. And I don't know all your names, but blessings to you. Blessings to the common people in the community, man. Okay. And I would have picked the same mother if the abuse hadn't have happened. Okay. So yeah, there you go. To decide in cases of annulment of vows according to the Torah rules. Numbers 30 verses 2 to 17. Like, even if you just made it right with the Creator so you lived, yeah, even if we didn't see each other again, but you made it right with the Creator so you lived, that would be great, man. Understand? I don't want what you wanted to happen to me. I want you to live and to go on to have a good future, despite what you did, because you are my mother. But all the abuse happened, man. It was a horrible time in my life, do you understand? But the Most High made my path straight, man. So I praise the living Creator forever and ever. It was under duress, but it still happened though, and you still rejected me and shunned me. Bloody hell, man. I'll go to the end of the earth for my kids, man. You understand? Protect them, man. To swear by his name truly. Deuteronomy chapter 10 verses 20. Not to delay in fulfillment of vows or bringing vowed or free will offerings. Deuteronomy chapter 23 verse 22. Not to slay an innocent person. Exodus chapter 20 verse 13. Not to kidnap any person of Israel. Exodus chapter 20 verse 13. Not to rob by violence. Leviticus 19:13. Not to defraud. Leviticus 19:13. Not to covet what belongs to another. Exodus chapter 20 verse 14. Not to crave something that belongs to another. Deuteronomy 5:18. Now I'm just going to read some Torah Revelation readings. This is about King David. Not being self-centered or nothing like that. I just do it because it's a great story of faith, and I thought I'd share it with you, seeing as I am the Messiah, and all the things that happen in Ezra are happening, man, like fires, the earthquakes, the flooding, the blood dripping from trees. I'm trying to save souls, man. Let you know that Lucifer's reigning in darkness, man, the morning star, okay, and all the demonic entities, Azazel and crew. Read the book of Enoch. I'm here to show you who the Creator is, man, and I love him so much, yeah, because he helped me through some really difficult times. Okay, the story of King David and Goliath is one of the most famous examples of how faith can overcome fear. Long before King David became king, David was just a young shepherd boy who trusted Higher when an entire army was terrified. 1 Samuel chapter 17 shows how David, me, used my faith in Higher to defeat Goliath, a giant. Goliath was a massive warrior who was over 9 feet tall. He taunted Israel for 40 days. Goliath mocked the Israelite army and challenged them to a fight. King Saul and all his soldiers were paralyzed by fear because they only looked at Goliath's physical size. When David arrived at the battle camp to bring food for his brothers, he heard Goliath mocking his people. While the soldiers focused on how big the giant was, David focused on how big Higher was. David did not see Goliath as an unbeatable monster. He saw Goliath as someone trying to defy the living Creator, Higher. King Saul told David he was too young and inexperienced to fight. David's faith stayed strong because he remembered how Higher helped him in the past. He told Saul he had fought off a lion and a bear in a past life. I confidently declared, Higher that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear. He will deliver me out of your hands, out of the hands of this uncircumcised Philistine. 1 Samuel chapter 17:37. Saul said to David, Go, Higher be with you. Saul dressed David in a uniform with a bronze helmet and his head and Saul's own sword on top of the uniform. After David tried a time to walk, he said to Saul, I can't walk in these because I am not used to them. So they took them off. Then David took his stick in his hand. I have a stick now which I spin around and stuff, man. It just feels so natural just to like mess around with a stick, man. It's like a shepherd would do. Like, it's like in past lives I was a shepherd, do you understand? Then David took his stick in his hand and chose 5 smooth stones. Basketball, do you understand? Shot practice, basketball. Chose 5 smooth stones from the brook. I love water. I'm always going near water, man. So I'm Prester John, man, the priest king of rule of the 3 Indias, man. Prester John, who the Portuguese were searching for 500 years, man. The fountain of youth. I want to lead you there, man. I can heal you, man, for real. He put them in his pouch, shepherd's bag, and with his sling in his hand, approached the Philistines. Giant grew closer and closer to David. When Goliath looked closer to David, he saw he was just a youth. Goliath said to David, "Am I a dog that you come to me with a stick?" Then Goliath cursed David and said, "Come." 2 seconds. I'm just gonna wait for the music to come on. It says. He said, "Come to me so I can give your flesh to the birds of the sky and the beasts of the field." David replied to Goliath, "You come against me with a sword, spear, and smiter, but I come against you in the name of Higher of hosts, whom you have defied. Higher is one that used David. Higher is the one who used David. Higher is and was displaying his strength, power, and superiority over any false gods that may lead us astray." David's faith in Higher's power from defeating Goliath, to trusting in his protection. In brackets, I put I'm also doing today. The story of David and Goliath should inspire us to strengthen our own faith and our confidence in Higher's ability. Okay, next part, people. Okay, Papa Ball and human rights. Start with the human rights one. Okay, you see the police brutality and how they're going on, man. The power Arab dead people in the north. 16th. This is the 16th of August notes. Beginning the week. So April the 8th, 2024 solar eclipse. Sorry, April the 8th, 2024. I stood up when a solar eclipse occurred, and the spirit of Higher rested even more heavily upon me because of the way my people are treated. April the 8th solar eclipse marked the middle of Jacob's trouble. The center marker, excessive force using physical violence like punches, kicks, or weapons when a person is already cooperating or softly contained. Police brutality directly breaks human rights. They mainly target black individuals. When police use too much force, act violently, or mistreat people, they violate international laws meant to protect everyone. My people have the right to life. When officers use lethal weapons like guns, they do not need to. They unlawfully take away a person's life. We should have freedom from torture and cruel treatment. I'm just going to list a few high-profile cases of fatal police violence. George Floyd, 2020, murdered by a Minneapolis officer who knelt on his neck for over 9 minutes, sparking worldwide protests against police brutality, systemic racism. Breonna Taylor, 2020, shot and killed in her apartment by Louisville police. Mentality. So the police mentality can be traced back to the slave patrol. The earliest formal slave patrol was created in the Carolinas in the early 1700s with the following mission: to establish a system of terror in response to slave uprisings, with the capacity to pursue, apprehend, and return runaway slaves to their masters, including the use of excessive force to control and produce desired slave behaviour. Does that sound familiar, people? So this is the old slave force oath. It says, "I," and then the patroller's name, "do swear that I will, as searcher for guns, swords and other weapons among the slaves, and other weapons among the slaves in my district, faithfully and as privately as I can discharge the trust reposed in me, as the law directs, to the best of my power, so help me God. That's the slave force oath that they used to swear. Okay. And then just some information on Papa Balls, the public declarations that they use to take us over. It was taken over by Rome first, obviously. They introduced us to the New Testament and that. So, Pi Postulatio, so Postulatio, dyslexic, autistic, and ADHD. So bear with me with my reading. Voluntatis, Voluntatis, the most pious request. That's what it is in English. That's in Latin. Is a papal bull issued on February 1113 by Pope Paschal II, in which the Pope formally recognised the establishment of the Knights Hospitaller and confirmed their independence and sovereignty. The origins of the Knights Hospitaller go back to around 1048, when the Fatimid Caliph al-Mustir, forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, Billah, gave permission to the merchants from the Republic of Amalith to build a hospital in Jerusalem. That's the Holy Land in the Americas. Okay. Trying to push their way of healing, what they do now. Can you understand? I'm going to do part 2 now, people. Okay, so coming up on.